So yesterday we see like how we can clone this google.com homepage, and
Yeah.
then we see this the props, and today we are also we see this thing props and these properties very briefly. So we are going to see these props and this how we can pass the component as a children of another component. So we are going to see these two things today. Okay.
Okay.
And if we have time, we will also see some other things also. Okay. So
All right.
today we are going to create new branch first of all. So git checkout -b 5th session. Okay.
Why
So
though?
here.
Why change? Why create a new branch? Do you have to?
Okay. So let me show you git branch. As you can see, so this was our first two session.
Yeah.
Then we create this one, then this one, then this one. So now
Yeah,
if
I
we
know.
just go to this third one, then you will get the all code what we did in the third one.
Ah, right. I
Okay. So
see.
that's
All
why
the
we did
progress.
different. Okay.
I see. You can just go
And
back and
in
change
real
it.
life, actually, when we create the branch, let's say you are working with the login and sign up page. Okay. So when you are done with that, so let's say now you will work with the dashboard or let's say home page. Okay. So you actually, let's say, work with the same branch where we have built the login and sign up page. And while you are building the home page and you make some mistake and it actually mess up the other older code also. Okay. So
Right.
to avoid this thing, we create actually new branch where we code newly so that my older code not get the older code not messed up. Okay.
Yeah. You haven't changed it. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
So now we can start here. Let's start the project. Okay, so as you can see, mine one will not open any browser. So for that, what you need to do, you need to create this .env file and you need to write this thing over here. Okay. So then this thing will not run on any browser. And then
That's
when it started,
ANV,
so
right?
we'll take this thing and open manually. We can just say
Okay.
localhost 3000. It's still not started yet. Let's wait for a while. And our application is run over here. So first of all, what we will do, we have some text over here and text over here. Let's go to google.com. Let's see what is the text. Yeah. So we got some text. Say over here. And over here. As you can see, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you can see in this home page, we have some text like this text and this text, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, so we have got this text and this text. Now let's say, so this is our home component and we called it where we called it this thing in app.jsx, right? Like this home. So
yeah,
this was like this. Okay.
I forgot.
Okay, fine. So our goal is to pass this text, these two text from our app component to home component. Okay. So we will pass from app and we will send it to home. Okay. So that's the goal. So if you want to receive from home, then we need to receive those things, what we want to receive. So let's say we want to receive these two title. So this one is the title and this one is the title. So we call it one is title 1 and another we call it title 2. So let's say we want to receive these two things wherever we call this home component. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So then how are we going to use this thing? So let's say this is one string, this is another string. So string means just simple text. So we'll take it and put it over here. And these are the JSX, right? Like simple HTML.
Yeah.
Right. And this thing, what is this thing? This title and this title 2, these are variable in JavaScript, right? Because we are writing in here. Okay.
String, right. Yep.
This part, this portion is HTML, but this return, this function home, this everything are JavaScript, normal JavaScript, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So now this is our HTML, and what we are doing, so we are trying to inject this title inside our HTML, right? So we are trying to inject this JavaScript inside our HTML. So if you want to insert a JavaScript thing or JavaScript variable inside our HTML, so we need to give this curly braces. Okay.
Right.
And inside that we can write this title 1. Fine.
Okay.
If you just type like this, so it will not work because this is just a simple text. This is not a JavaScript thing, right? So if you want to make this thing or work this thing as a variable, you need to wrap it as a curly braces. Okay, fine.
Got it.
Now we are receiving these two things like title 1 and title 2. Now we need to pass this, or we need to give this two parameter to this home component from this parent component. So home is a child component, and who is the parent of it? Where we call this home in the app.jsx, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so now if you just try now here, like title one, as you can see, we get the auto suggestion because we are destructuring here this title one and title two. Okay, so we can call it like, we can pass this thing, can pass title one, and we can pass this like one title or title one, let's say.
Yeah.
And we can also pass the title two same way, title two, and you can pass this title two. And this curly braces is optional because you are just passing the string. Okay, sometimes we need to pass the number, so that time actually give this type of things and give like number this way. Okay,
curly brace for number, right? I see.
But for the string, we can just ignore the curly braces and pass the string. Okay.
What about other data types? What if it's a
so only for the string you can ignore the curly braces, and rest of the else, let's say true. Okay, so you need to pass this curly braces. Okay, so only for the string you don't need to give the curly braces. So we can say title one. Now if you just see, as you can see, title one and title two. Okay, fine.
Yep.
So this is how actually we will pass like this this property. Okay, normal data type properties, variable type properties on a like child component. So this was our parent component, and this was all child component. And from here we can also pass like in the source. Let's go to the source here. So we have an placeholder here. Okay, and we call it source now. And let's say we want to pass this placeholder from our parent component. So where did we call this source? In the home component, right here. So now it's your job to pass this placeholder from this home component to source component. Okay, so you will do it now. Okay, so let's do another one then. Okay, in the footer, so let's say we have this thing, right? This li, and we got another li, and we got another li, and we got another li. The four of them are like actually similar, right?
Yep.
So we can actually take this one and create a component from them, and then use this thing, like instead of like using this like two components, like li1 component, then a another component, right? So tag and component are the same thing. Okay, so here, okay, let me just show you, then you can actually understand. So let's say in the layout we will create a component called footer link.jsx. Okay, so the idea of this thing is that, so these are the footer link, right? So to build the footer link, what we need a li, and also we need a tag, right? So we need two tags to build a footer link. So we'll combine these two as a single tag here. For that, let's say we build an component first, and here instead of footer link, we'll take this thing and put it over here. So what we did, so we take these two things and make only one component. Okay.
Yeah.
You understand for this?
Yeah, I get it. And then you can just
so now we can just use this instead of this thing, right? So we can do like footer link,
yeah,
like this, right? Fine.
Yeah. And but you have the text still in it.
Yeah, that's the question to you. I'm going to ask you. Okay, wait a second. So now we got this thing. Now how many footer link we have? So in the top 4. We have like 4. Let's say we just it was 2, then we give 4. And in the bottom menu we got like another 4. Let's say. Now if you just check the site, as you can see, we got 4 over here and we got 4 over here. Okay.
Yeah.
But now the question is, this all the text are same, right? And not only the text, in the footer link we also have some link, right? So each text should have like different link, right?
Yeah.
So now what we need to do? So how can we solve this thing? Can you tell me?
Well, within
can we somehow place this text
we have dynamically to pass?
Yeah, so we have to pass this text outside from this component, right?
And then pass it through as a parameter.
Yeah, so we can pass it
but
through
it seems like the same amount of code. It seems like it would be the same.
Actually, it's not about the code, because in this case we just type this like 2 line of code. Okay, but when you do a real life project, that time actually there will be like bunch of code. Okay, so here I'm just giving you the example so that you understand the thing. Okay.
Okay.
Did you understand? Like, okay, so now the question is like how we can make it dynamic, right? So that
Yeah.
last time it show like about, the second time it show like privacy, third time it show like contact, let's say something like that. Okay.
So you're gonna push each one in as a parameter.
No, we will not push each one as a parameter. So when we render this thing, or when we show this thing, this footer component, so for each time we need only one. Like, let's say here we will have a like about, for the next one we'll have the privacy, for the third one we will have
Yeah,
say
I know.
contact. So that how this thing will come, like this is the first one which is showing over here, right? And this is the second one, this is the third one, this is the fourth one, right?
Yeah, but I want to change the text. But
So you want to change the text, then how
I
you will
don't
do? So
know.
we need to change this text, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
so let's say this text is called title, so we can call it here title, right? And did you
Right.
understand? So why we give this title over here?
Because then
The
you're
same
gonna, you're
thing we
gonna
just did.
pass that. You're gonna pass that into the anchor tag down below. You're gonna say
Yeah. So
title.
here, right?
Right. I get it. You're gonna put title there.
Okay, fine. And now,
yeah.
so where we call this thing, like what we did sometimes ago, like in the home URL, we passing the URL from here in the parent from the app.jsx, right? Because
Yeah.
we are calling the home component over here, right? And now if you just want to pass this title, from where you will pass the title?
I don't know.
I mean, where you call this footer link, right?
You already called it though, right? You put it as a component in
Yes,
the
footer.jsx here.
In the footer, yeah, there it is, right?
But we haven't passed this title. Did you pass the title over here in any of them?
Right. So now call it within the footer link. Yeah, within that component there. Yeah.
Yeah. So we can call it title there, here, right?
Title. Oh, and then you can say what it is. Oh, okay, I see. And then you can change the text.
What we did, we did the same thing. Like in the for the home and other things, what we did, we just pass this URL first of all, right? Then pass this title 1, then title 2, and then use them in the like home here in the title 1, title 2, and this URL. And now we did the same thing, right? So we just separate the component as like source, and then we just use it over here. Did you understand the thing? Now, is it clear?
I get it. Yeah.
Okay, then try to do the same thing. Okay, so as you can see, this is the title. Let's say we got an URL also here, and give the URL to here. So okay, so what I was telling, like we got the foot link and we require two things, right? Title and the URL, right? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So we got this one. Let's say we duplicate some of them. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Now, so here, okay, so here we are passing two things like title and the URL, right? These two things are getting combined, and here it will look like this. This is an object, and the object should have like a title. Let's say it will be an about, and then it will an URL, and it will be let's say facebook.com, just for now. Okay, so here we are getting like this. Okay, so this is a full object, right? Okay, so this is the full object we are getting here, because we are passing two things, two property here, and that's why it's taking those two property and building a object. Okay, and we are calling this object as a props, so we can call it like this, like props equal that these two things. Okay, so let's say we are passing here one more, let's say description. Okay, so that time if we just passing like this, so that time how many properties this prop should have, or this prop should have, this object should have? We are passing how many?
Well, what we're passing 3 title, URL, description.
So, yeah, so this object, how many it should have?
3. You need to create another one.
Yeah, so we need to create another one. So
another property.
This is the same thing as this. I'm just showing you over here too, so that you understand. Okay, instead of showing.
Yeah. I get it.
So TSC, let's say, and let's say some description. Okay, so this is the whole object, right? So we can call it directly like props. Okay, so this is the same thing.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
So now,
and then you can say props.title, props.url.
So props.url, props.title. You can do it for now like this. Okay. So though you are facing some issue with the destructuring, so just do it in this way. Okay. So when you will be like do it like hundreds of times, that time actually it will be clear for you. That time actually you can do it the destructure thing. For now, just do it like this. Okay.
Right. So, but do I need to actually write a variable const props and
no, these are for the example. These are for the example. So this is the thing.
So can I just see like how where can you get props from? Where's all the information in the footer here, right?
Okay. So here we are passing the things, right? Let's say we are passing these 3 things. This all 3 things will combine as an object, and that will be available inside this props. Okay.
Yeah.
Normally what you do, like let's say you are creating a function, let's say let's say function. Okay, and we are telling that a object here. Okay.
Yeah.
And when we are calling the function, what we do, so we pass this like this, like let's say title 1, let's say description 2, right? So we are calling like we are passing this an object to a single parameter, right? We are passing 2 parameters as a single parameter, right?
Right.
Using this like object thing, and here is the same thing is happening. So this is just for the syntactical purpose. So to make look like an HTML thing, they do it like this way. Okay, so they are passing title and they are passing URL, they are passing description. Same as we are passing title, we are passing description here. Did you understand these 2 things?
Yeah, I mean, I've never written a function like that before, so I don't know.
We can do it like the same way also. Okay, so now this whole object.
Okay, I have.
So now this whole object will go to where? So in this object, right?
Into the function, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You could return
so now
the object.
After that, what you can do like object dot like title, right? We can use it. And object dot we can use it like description, right?
Yeah.
The same thing is happening over here. Like this props is getting these 2 property or 3 property. Okay. Same way we did here, right? So in this, like here in this object and this props are same. Okay. And now in the props we got this all the properties like title and the URL and the description. Okay. And here we can just use it like this way, like object.title, and here we can say props.url, props.title. Now you understand that?
Yeah. I find it a bit confusing, but yeah, I think I get it.
This is the repo, and
we are beginners, right?
Yeah. So let's push this one also, so that I can also see how you can get this exact code over here also. Okay. Git commit -m 5th push. Okay, so let's say, okay, so whenever you go to this URL, you will find these things. Okay, so this is the thing you need to always look for. This is called branch. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, so always here you need to come. Okay, so here currently we are seeing we are in the master branch.
So I just switch the branch. Of course, I didn't switch the branch for
us. Just go to master branch. Okay, so after that, so you will get this master branch actually hold like first session and the second session. Okay, the very basic things. And if you just go to the like 5th session, so same for others,
right?
And you will get this 2 days session. Okay, and as you can see here, this is called.
Okay, yeah, I didn't do that.
Okay, as you can see, so what I just, as you can see in the commit, so what of the commit message 5th, right? So this exact same thing is showing over here. So because this 5th commit, this message is changing only this folder. Okay, as you can see, this env file is created in the 2nd class. That's why it's showing the 2nd class session. Second class, that message. The git ignore, it was the very fast beginning in the project. That's why it's showing that message. And this source is showing this. Okay, so this is how actually you understand like which code. But let's say you want to see the code now. Okay, So it's very hard actually go to
Mm.
one by one code to understand this thing. That's why whenever you go to this repository or in the branch, specific branch, okay, after that you will click on dot. Okay, let me first go to the branch. From here, let's say fifth branch. Okay, you are here. Now you will press the dot. As you can see, yeah, press the dot, it will open a Visual Studio Code in your browser. Okay. Let's wait.
Wait, where did you put the dot?
Okay, just press the keyboard in the dot.
Oh, right.
Okay, as you can see, it's opening in the Visual. It's opening the Visual Studio Code in the browser.
Oh, cool. Oh, nice. Right. Then
and another way you can do it, like, let me show you. So let's go back. Okay, it's not going there. Okay, so this is our fifth branch, right? So as you can see, this is what is the URL, github.com/something, right? So instead of .com, you will type .dev. Okay. Right. Then if you hit enter, it will open the Visual Studio Code for you. The same thing.
Ah, cool. Right.
Okay.
Nice.
So now you can just go there and see all the code for the fifth branch, what we did today. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So
nice.
It will be easier to navigate through the code easily.
Hey, I was just wondering, how long did it take you to learn React, or how long do you think it takes someone to learn this and get good at this?
So actually, I learned React like very recently, but previously I learned like, so the best thing is that you need to learn a programming language fast. It will be easier for you. Though I studied in CSE, so in the first semester, like in the 4 years ago, so we need to learn C programming language. Okay. So when we learn
C, right.
So when we learn that thing, so we already know that how this function work, how the parameter work. These are the very common thing. Okay.
Right.
So in every language we have this type of function thing and the parameter and everything. Okay. So this concept was clear to me. That's actually we did the first session where we only learned the JavaScript. Okay.
Right. Yeah. But what about for people who just know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and they just started React? Like, how long do you think it takes them to
okay, so
to get good at it?
It depends on you. If you practice very much, that it won't take you like lots of time. But if you don't practice, it will take like a lot of time. So main thing is that you need to understand the core concept, like this function, the same, only the JavaScript. Okay, so everywhere is JavaScript. So if you know like this import export is working, then this React code actually look familiar to you because these are the like plain JavaScript, right? And these are some plain HTML. So if you know these three things properly, then it won't actually take you
right,
so long.
Right.
Yeah, actually, you can actually tell like how much time it will take because it depends.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's a silly question. Depends. All right.
If you are new to my channel, feel free to subscribe and press the bell icon to get notified for new videos. It will help me to grow. Also, it will encourage me to create more videos like this. So see you in the next video.